Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Esteem Delight. Today we want to come up with a different meal today. It's not a regular meal. We call it Editan soup. Editan soup is a native soup mainly known by the Calabar and Akwa Ibom state people. So it looks exactly like afang soup. It looks exactly like afang. Here is it. If you look at it, it's very similar to afang, but it's not afang because this one has serious bitterness in it. Some people eat it with the bitterness. Some people eat it without the bitterness. And for you to remove the bitterness, you go through some process to remove the bitterness. You slice it. As you can see, this one is not grinded just like afang. It's only sliced into tiny pieces. After slicing it, you can now pour it into a clean pot, put some water and boil it. During the process of boiling, you will notice that it has some bitterness inside. It will foam, and at the same time it will be a turn from green to a kind of a little navy green. Yes, that's because it's on fire. Then after boiling it, you can now filter the water. Use cold water and wash it until the bitterness is completely out. It all depends on what you want. If you want it a little bitter, you can leave it at some point. But if you want the bitterness to come out completely, you continue washing it. As you are washing, you are testing it to know if the bitterness is out. But if you want it bitter completely, please don't stress yourself. All you need is just cut it and slice it into pieces and you are good to go. So this is editan leaf. Then these are the things we use in cooking it. This is periwinkle. Remember, there is a video we showed on how we process our periwinkle. We also have our crayfish that we are going to use for the editan leaf soup. In here we have dry fish, seasoning cube, and I also have my salt. Then I also have my palm oil that I'm using for the soup. Then another important ingredient here is my water leaf. My water leaf has been washed. It has been cut into pieces and then sliced to this stage. And before it gets to this point, I have washed it. After slicing, I now wash it again. Then, as you can see, it is ready for my meal today. This is my meat. I prefer using my goat head, my stockfish, and my dry fish, simply because I want a special aroma to come out to the taste of my soup. Then inside here I have my pomo also. They have been properly seasoned. Inside here I've put enough pepper that I will need for my soup. So at this point now, I'm going to add my water leaf. I'm going to add my water leaf. And immediately after adding my water leaf, I am going to add my palm oil. The reason I'm adding palm oil immediately after my water leaf is so that it will maintain the freshness of my water leaf. If you refuse to put palm oil immediately inside your water leaf, you will get to see that at some point your water leaf will turn a different color. It will not look fresh. But if you still want it to be fresh, please add it to your soup, to your water leaf immediately in the pot. Now I have my crayfish. I add my crayfish to my pot. Then I also have some seasoning cube. I add my seasoning cube and a little of salt. Please Please, the salt depends on what you want. If you need more salt, if you are a lover of salt, please, you can add more. Because there are some people that usually like salt in their food. But if you need a little of it, please, don't add too much. Then this is my periwinkle. I'll add my periwinkle. And the quantity of your periwinkle also depends on what you want. If you like seeing more of it in your soup, you can add more of it. But me, I do not like seeing too much in my soup, especially because of my children. So this is my periwinkle. Then at this point, I am going to stir. Remember, I have not yet added my dry fish. I don't want it to break down during the process of stirring. So at this point, I am going to stir. I don't have too much water inside it. It's just the stock water. So that's because my water leaf will provide me with enough water I'm going to need for the soup. So let me stir properly and then cover it to cook. We'll wait like 10 minutes before continuing. This is exactly 10 minutes. I am going to stir my soup and test to be sure everything is. And at this point, I'm going to add my dry fish. Remember, I did not add it to my soup early enough because I did not want it to break down. So at this point, since I'm through with turning my soup, I can now add it because I'm not going to stir it too much. Then I will apply my editan. Please note, editan leaf, you need to put it on fire a little longer than afang. Afang leaf, the moment you add it to your soup, you stir and you bring it down. But editan is different. This one will stay a little longer, like 5 to 10 minutes on fire before bringing it down. I'll mix it all thoroughly together. If you are not careful, you will call this soup afang soup, but it is not afang. Any Calabar or Akwa Ibomite knows that this is editan soup. But my own is not bitter. I've washed the bitterness completely out. Have you seen how delicious it looks even before bringing it down? Oh my God, this is wonderful. This is sumptuous. Have you ever tasted this soup before? Have you ever visited Calabar or Akwa Ibom State? Please endeavor to. Because if you eat this soup, especially with fufu, you will never be the same. You will continue to ask yourself, why were you born where you are? So this is delicious. I'm going to cover it again for more 5 to 10 minutes before I can now declare this soup ready. This is exactly 10 minutes, and at this point I can declare my soup ready. My editan soup is ready. Everything is evenly cooked. So I'll dish it into my plate so that you come enjoy with me. I'll dish it into my plate. Oh my God, just look at the sumptuous face. Ah, now wow, eating this one alone, blood will be flowing in your body. Now better blood. My editan soup is ready. Have you seen my editan soup? Very delicious. A mere looking at it, you know that it's delicious. Please, if you love what I do, subscribe, like my page, comment, and let us know what you feel about what I've just done. And then press the notification bell so that you get notified at each time we drop our videos. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
Me know you know I stress. See you on my baby, too sweet like sugar, sugar, oh, sugar, my baby, too sweet like.